that I cannot 100% control. It's never in my... It could like happen right now. Make it visible.
And the truth is about visibility.
That's the shameful thing. That's the terrible thing. So hello everybody and welcome to the TestguruTV. The dude sitting next to me, his name is Jani Tuna Haikala. He's the ultimate champion of testing.
Hello. And here next to me is Antti Niittyviita, a tireless testing advocate, a trainer, a public speaker, and an author.
And this is a weekly show about the mental health in software industry because everybody is happier when software works.
Yeah, boy.
And I mean from clients to the coders. Everybody likes to play on the winning team. So testing is about mental health and this is a show about that.
Welcome to the show.
And the question of the day. What's the question of the day?
The question of the day is, I fear that I missed something in testing. Should I test more?
I fear that I missed something in testing. Wow, that's playing the deepest fear. I'm not really sure if that's the deepest, but that has at some point been the deepest that I have as a tester.
Yeah, it's definitely
have you felt
up there.
It's pretty high up on the ladder of fears and negative emotions as a tester.
And if you find something from the production that you missed, it's a good place to beat yourself up.
And probably the manager sometimes could beat you up as well. So that you don't have to do that alone. So I think that's a fear. Like that's part of like the emotional blueprint of testing, anyways. Because like there's always this feeling that have I done enough in terms of testing, and how do I know that I have done enough, so that I get like really sleep my nights and stuff like that. So having done enough, that's the big question of testing, and then it plays down to that fear of like maybe having something like left in the program. So
what is the first step? What would you say in sort of letting go of that fear?
I'm not sure if that fear can always be let go, because like that's a part. I would say that's a big and deep fear that everybody has, that I fear that I'm not enough for other people. And like if I have missed a bug that impacts our team, then I have not been enough, and that's a deep fear that everybody has.
And I mean I do think that you should be sort of watching out for that. Maybe be a little scared. But then I also have a question. If do you know has any developer ever said to you that I fear that I have made terrible mistakes in the code?
Well, not very often. I've met with developers who are like approach their work as perfectionists, and they take like 3 times the time of completing tasks, than other developers. And those developers tend to be like the ones who keep like somehow hold back the development in big picture. And usually they change jobs very often. So perfectionism, there's a problem to it, because like that somehow like takes away from the momentum that the team is having. And I believe that the momentum is really important stuff to have like going on, and the same thing applies to testing in a sense as well. So if you always feel like you haven't done enough and you could make more before you can say that I've done the testing, that also like takes away from the momentum that the team is having. And oftentimes the momentum is the thing that like really solves problems and keeps things moving. So when you have built a momentum, you don't want to stop, because the ship it takes a lot of energy to make it move again. Trying to go for the momentum and at the same time trying to find all the important stuff, that's the big dilemma of a tester, I would say. We were actually talking about the fear. I'm not sure if we got carried away from the like main track of the conversation here. That's possible, but to me I would say like that fear won't ever go away, and it's hard to accept the fear anyways, but you can learn like to dance with it in a sense. And learning to dance with that fear is one of the things is that the truth will set you free, in a sense that I always speak about the fear that hey friends, I have a fear that there is still something under the hood of the product, but I know that we have to ship on Friday, and it is very possible that I haven't done everything that I could have as a tester, but these are the things that I have done. And these are the things that I feel pretty confident about, that these are the areas where I don't feel confident at the moment.
Right.
So like telling the truth, admitting it to the people that I serve is the first step. Because you were like long time ago in the episode, you asked what's the first step. So I would say that's the truth. Telling the truth to people. So here we are, and I feel that I'm not enough for you as a human being and a tester, but we need to keep on the momentum. That's the truth of it. Can we, with this information, can we make the decision to ship on Friday? That's the big question. And that's too bad. That's a decision for the managers to do.
I think one thing that's connected to that is sort of accepting the fact that you will never test everything.
Yeah,
it's just impossible.
Yeah,
the amount of different combinations is so infinite or large that it's just impossible.
It's true
to do manually or automatically or in any way. So sort of have to accept the fact that something you just have to pick and select what are you going to test.
Yeah, that's true.
And I really like the idea of making those decisions visible. And also sort of showing others that well, these are the areas that we have been testing on quite extensively, and these are the areas where we really haven't, well, maybe we even agreed that we won't do testing on this area or so on.
And every now and then there is the situation when there is a bug that you missed or someone missed at some point and ends up in the production environment, or like and your clients find it. And that's the shameful thing, then that's the terrible thing. And sometimes the managers who are not enlightened enough, they come to the tester and they come asking, so why did you not find that bug? And there's the easy answer to the question. And that helps play with that fear and dance with the fear, because like I didn't find the bug because it was hidden. And that's the simple answer. And not even the people who put the bug there they didn't see it, knew about
they
that.
did not know.
So it was hidden, and that's the truth of it. And I did my best as a tester. Here's the information that I gave you, and we had obviously made decisions with the whole team and with you as the manager,
right,
how we invest our time, and this is how it played out.
And those are the places where you can actually learn.
Exactly.
And we'll
exactly
take this into account in
so
future testing.
How will we use this information from now on? So how will we decide to resource our testing? How will we spend our time in different areas and stuff like that? So it's always like this matter of like, how will you actually lay out what you have been doing? How will you decide in the future? And always framing the problems that may come up as not as failures, but as the opportunities to create a more robust system for you.
Right.
And sometimes they can even be an instrument for you to ask more from the organization. Can we get more resources, more funding, more time for testing, whatever, so that we could avoid better these kinds of situations in the future. So that would become a tool.
True.
And there's one thing, a story that I sometimes told in trainings, is that there was a friend, or is a friend, he's still alive, so who once had this heart attack at when he was like running a trail running, and he had this heart attack, stroke, whatever you call it, in a park, on a run, on a like really rainy day. And he was like super lucky to have survived, because there was one other runner in the trail that day, and he knew how the CPR, he knew how to like keep him alive enough for the paramedics to arrive. And when I later asked him about like this, did you know that did you have any kind of signs about the heart attack coming, or imminent heart attack? So he said that I had those signs, but I just had ignored them for long enough, and then everything escalated. And then I asked, so what did you learn about that experience? He said that's one of the most relieving things as a tester for me too, because he said that I realized that the heart attack it's a thing that I cannot 100% control. It's never in my. It could like happen right now, and that's the bad odds for me, like bad chance, bad luck. But the thing that I can do is I can improve the odds to my favor of not having the heart attack today. I can somehow meditate, I can eat better, I can exercise modestly and stuff like that. So I can like nourish my body in a way that the heart attack is not that probable today. And that's when I realized that that's the same with testing, because you do testing to tweak the odds to the favor of your team, but testing cannot be the instrument to be 100% sure that the heart attack won't happen. So it's always an instrument to play the odds, and then you need to have the discussion with the team that have we played with the odds enough today for this release.
Right. It's risk management basically.
So that really lifted the weight from my heart in a sense as a tester, because then when I admitted that this is a game of chance and we do testing so that the house would mostly win in Las Vegas terms,
Right.
Because house doesn't always win, but we do testing so that the house would mostly win.
Any summary to it?
Wow. Yeah. I think my two takeaways are that the testing is always a game of playing the odds to your favor, and admitting that, and helping others see it as well. That's a big thing. And then another thing that I would really want to pick up from this discussion is that the truth shall set you free in a sense. So tell the truth to people. Tell the truth about how you feel about testing, and tell the truth about where you're at and how you're in. So always be prepared to make it visible.
And the truth is about visibility. Exactly. So accepting the fact that not everything can be tested, but also communicating that to others, and making those decisions also little together. It's not the tester only who makes the decisions where are we going to test and where we are not going to test. So
our job is to produce information with the time given to us. So that's what we do, and maybe we cannot produce all the information possible, but we did our best at this point. So
in terms of should I test more, which was part of the question, it's probably you just don't. There's a limit to it. How much time do you have?
And the bugs that end up in the production environment, they were hidden. So just admit the truth.
Yeah, right. Okay, should we wrap up?
I think that was a wrap. If you have anything to add to our answer, or if you have more questions that you want to ask us that we could bring up in the future episodes, please don't hesitate to use the comments field. Please hammer the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share the video with someone who may benefit from it, because that way we can make the world of testing and software quality better. Testing is about mental health.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
See you in the next episode.
Bye.
Bye.